Now, I understand this might be a pretty morbid topic, but I'm not trying to be morbid. I just think it's interesting that in 2 days, we might have something planned like a haircut appointment. We might plan to go to the laundromat. We might have to go pick up our clothes out the cleaners. We may have a DMV appointment. This gentleman right here knows that he's going to be dead in 2 days. His name is Kevin Johnson, and he's on death row in the state of Missouri. He'll be executed in 2 days, and he will be executed for the murder of Sergeant William McGinty. And that occurred back in 2005. So check it.
Execution date is set for a man convicted of killing a Kirkwood police officer in 2005. Kevin Johnson will be put to death by the state of Missouri November 29th. As a 19-year-old, Johnson shot and killed Kirkwood Sergeant William McAtee in 2005. He's being held in the Potosi Correctional Center.
All right, so that just gives you a little news flash about, he was 19 years old when he committed the crime that basically sealed his fate. Now I don't have any sympathy for him or anything like that. I'm just simply pointing out the reality that this gentleman will be killed in 2 days. And he's been making news headlines. His daughter actually wanted to witness his execution. Judge rules Missouri 19-year-old can't see her father's execution. A 19-year-old Missouri woman will not be allowed to witness her father's execution. Kevin Johnson faces execution on November 29th for the 2005 killing of Kirkwood, Missouri police officer William McIntyre. Johnson requested that his daughter, Corey Ramsey, attend the execution. The American Civil Liberties Union filed an emergency motion in a Kansas City federal court saying that a state law barring anyone under 21 in Missouri from witnessing an execution serves no safety purpose and violates Ramsey's constitutional rights. On Friday, the U.S. District Judge ruled that the state law is constitutional, saying it's in the public's interest to allow states to enforce their laws and administer state prisons without court intervention. Johnson, 37, has been incarcerated since Ramey was two, not Ramsey, sorry. The two built a bond through phone calls, visits, letters, and emails. Ramey brought her newborn son to prison to meet his grandfather last month. I have a son that needs his papa, and I'm a daughter who needs her dad. Now, I said that so that I can bring the human aspect to it. Imagine if your father was on death row for a crime he committed at 19, and you know that he's going to be dead on this day. Even though the world has judged him and, basically sealed his fate, which is to die, you still want your family. So I can certainly understand why this woman would want to be close to her father. Now, like I said, man, these guys, some states allow these guys to have a nice last meal. Some states don't have last meals where you can actually custom order what you want. And yeah, man, it's just something. Governor Parsons says Kevin Johnson's execution will go as planned. More people asking for clemency. For more than a decade, Kevin Johnson has sat on death row for killing Kirkwood Police Sergeant William McIntyre. As more people ask for clemency in Johnson's case, Governor Parsons tells News 4 the execution will continue as planned. He killed the officer in 2005 in July. I'm not opposed to the death penalty, but I am absolutely 100% opposed to Kevin Johnson being executed, someone Jennings said. Rachel Jennings was Johnson's kindergarten and first grade teacher. So the guy who's set to be executed, his first grade teacher, is trying to get him clemency. Johnson said he has changed while behind bars. His first grade teacher tells the news outlet. He is a devoted family man and admits his guilt in killing Sergeant McIntyre, but he has turned his life around. Many are asking Governor Mike Parsons to grant clemency, where Johnson would spend the rest of his life in prison instead of dying. Governor Parsons tells News 4, as far as his office is concerned, the case will continue as planned. You got a guy who went over there and cold-bloodedly killed a police officer by 2 shots in the head after he shot him multiple times, Governor Parsons said. It's a pretty vicious crime. Sometimes you have to answer to the consequences to that. And that's what it is, And, some people agree with the death penalty. Some people don't. 19-year-old man made a terrible decision. He killed a police officer, and he must pay for that. But, you know, some people have the idea that we should kill him, you know, and he will be killed in 2 days. So, like I said, only God can judge, man. I'm just bringing this to you so that you can be aware of the fact that executions go on all the time. Peace.